Today, we are diving into something really fascinating, the 4 clear signs that God might just be speaking directly to you. So let's just start with a question that probably hits home for a lot of us. Have you ever had this persistent thought, a gut feeling, or maybe a weird coincidence that made you stop and think, wait a minute, was that for me? Was that a message?
Well, the truth is, the answer is probably yes. The real problem isn't that God is silent. It's that he often communicates in these subtle ways that are just so easy to miss in the middle of our crazy busy lives.
All right, so let's jump into the first major sign. This one is all about the idea of Scripture becoming alive. This is that moment when a verse you've read, maybe a dozen times, suddenly just hits you differently. For example, maybe you're really wrestling with anxiety, and then one day a passage like Philippians 4:6 just leaps off the page. It feels like it was written specifically for you right in that moment.
And this isn't just a feeling, it's backed up by Scripture itself. This quote from Hebrews reminds us that the Bible isn't just some old historical book, it's a living, breathing thing. So when a verse seems to cut right through everything and bring you this unexpected peace or even a needed correction, that's sign number 1.
Okay, so that brings us to our second sign, which kind of builds on the first one. This is about how God can speak through other people in what we can call voices of confirmation. This can show up in all sorts of ways. Maybe your pastor gives a sermon on the exact thing you've been struggling with, or a friend who has no idea what's going on with you texts a verse that speaks directly to your situation. The real key here, the thing to look out for, is repetition. When you start hearing the same message from different people who aren't connected, that's a really powerful signal.
So what's the point of all this? Well, this proverb really gets to the why. These voices aren't just random echoes. They're there to sharpen you, to encourage you, to guide you, to challenge you. It's basically communication happening through community. All right, on to sign number 3. This one shifts gears a little bit. We're moving from words and people to our actual circumstances, looking at what you might call divinely open doors. The whole idea here is rooted in the belief that God can literally create opportunities for us. This verse from Revelation frames it perfectly, the idea that some paths are opened by a divine hand, making a way forward where it seemed like there was no way before. So what does this actually look like in real life? It's when an opportunity that seemed totally impossible just falls into your lap. The right person calls you, the funding you needed suddenly appears, everything just aligns in a way you could have never orchestrated on your own. When that happens, it's a pretty clear signal to walk forward. But, and this is a big but, not every opportunity is the right one to take. So how do you tell the difference? Well, a door from God will always pull you closer to Him. It'll line up with Scripture, and it will challenge you to grow. A distraction, on the other hand, might lead you away, or maybe it just appeals to your ego or your desire for an easy path. It's all about discernment. And that leads us to our 4th and final sign. And this one is maybe the most mysterious of them all: dreams and visions.
Now, this is nothing new. This method of communication is all over the Bible. You've got Joseph being shown his entire future in a series of dreams. You have Daniel getting incredible revelations in the middle of the night. Even Joseph, Mary's husband, was warned in a dream to flee and protect Jesus. It's an established pattern.
And don't just think this is something that happened way back then. This quote from the book of Acts makes the case that this kind of communication is still very much active today. So what do you do if you have a dream that just feels significant? Well, here's a simple 3-step game plan. First, write it down. Get all the details on paper before they disappear. Second, pray about it. Ask for wisdom and clarity. And third, just be patient. Wait and see if God confirms that message through one of the other signs we've talked about. So we've gone through these 4 really distinct signs, but you know what? It all kind of boils down to one thing. It's not just about God speaking, it's about us learning the art of listening. And this is so important to remember. The point of all this isn't to confuse you. It's not some cosmic riddle you have to solve. It's meant to be guidance, a way to lead you closer to the purpose He has for you. And that really leaves us with the final thought, the big takeaway. The central question isn't really, is God speaking? He is. The real question is for us. In this noisy, fast-paced world, are we willing to slow down enough to actually listen?